Then Saturn's son, who tames the deep sea, answered, O Cytherean, you have every right to put your trust in this my kingdom. You yourself were born here. I have earned this trust, for I have often checked the frenzy and great anger of the sea and sky. No less on land, I call to witness Simois and Xanthus, I have cared for your Aeneas. For when in his pursuit Achilles dashed the breathless Trojan ranks against the walls, and gave to death so many thousands, when choked rivers groaned and Xanthus could not find a path or roll into the sea, then I caught up Aeneas in a hollow cloud as he encountered Peleus' son, with neither the gods nor force upon his side. And this, although I wanted so to overturn the walls of perjured Troy, which I had built with my own hands. My mind is still as kind, then set your fear aside. Just as you ask, he will safely reach the harbor of Avernus, and you will only have to mourn one Trojan, one loss within the eddies of the sea. One life shall be enough instead of many. When he has soothed and cheered the goddess's heart, the father harnesses his fiery horses with gold and fastens foaming bits and lets the reins run slack. Upon his azure chariot he lightly glides across the water's surface. Beneath this thundering axle-tree the swollen waves of the sea are smooth, the cloud banks flee the vast sky. Then his retinue appears in shapes so various, enormous whales, the ancient company of Glaucus, and Palemon, son of Ino, and the rapid Tritons have come, and all the band of Phorcys. And on the left are Melite and Thetis, the virgin Panopea and Nicaea, Thalia, Spio, and Cymodocia. At this a healing joy restores the restless spirit of Father Aeneas, and he orders that all the masts be raised with speed, the yards be spread with canvas. All the crewmen fasten the sheets. At once together they let loose the sails, to port, to starboard. And as one they shift and turn the high yardarms. Kind winds drive on the fleet. The first in that close squadron is Palinurus leading. Everyone takes this command to steer their course by him. And now damp night had almost reached her midpoint along the skies. Beneath their oars the sailors were stretching out on their hard rowing benches, their bodies sinking into easy rest. Wind gliding lightly from the stars of heaven, sleep split the darkened air, cast back the shadows. Searching for you, O Palinurus, bringing his dismal dreams to you, an innocent. The god sat down upon the high stern, taking the shape of Phorbas, pouring out these words. Palinurus, son of Aeacus, the seas themselves bear on the fleet, the breezes blow steadily. This is a time for rest. Lay down your head and steel your tired eyes from trials. And for a brief while I myself will take your place, your duties. Palinurus, who scarcely lifts his eyes, makes this reply. And are you asking me to act as if I did not know the face of this calm sea and its still waves? Do you ask me to trust this monster? Why should I confide Aeneas to the deceiving winds? I who have been cheated so often by the treachery of tranquil skies. He held the tiller fast. Not once did he let loose his grasp. His eyes were fixed upon the stars. But, look, the god now shakes a bow that drips with Lethe's dew, drenched with the stupefying power of Styx, on Palinurus' temples. As he struggles, his swimming eyes relax. That sudden rest had just begun to let his limbs fall slack, when bending down, the god cast him headlong into the limpid waters. As he fell, he tore away part of the stern and helm, and often cried in vain to his companions. The god himself soared off upon his wings into thin air. Nevertheless, the fleet runs safely on its way across the sea, even as Father Neptune promised, carried without alarm. Now, swept along, it neared the Sirens' reefs, long since so dangerous, white with the bones of many. When, far off, the rocks were roaring, hoarse with ceaseless surf, Father Aeneas felt his ship drift, aimless, its pilot lost. He took the helm himself and steered his galley through the midnight winter waters, while sighing often, stunned by the disaster fallen upon his friend. O Palinurus, too trustful of the tranquil sky and sea, you will lie naked on an unknown shore.